Are you missing the mentor already? Are you missing mentor already? Okay, say your name for. You have the mentor today in another form. How many people are happy to see me? We have to have a hand. I love you so much. Okay, so ask your neighbor your name as our mentor always said. Because if you don't know the name of your mentor, you say, I had a name, you find a way to describe your neighbor. First of all, Mr. George, are we done?
You're alive.
Yeah, I'm alive right now. Okay, so first of all, I have to thank my mentor, Engineer Paul, for giving me this great privilege to speak to us this morning. And I promise you, today it's going to be mind-blowing. I'm going to take you to a very, very great dimension in which you see life in another style. Say your name, another style. Alright, so before we begin, as far as life is concerned, as far as living is concerned, we know that instead of us to complain as human, as you, instead of you to complain, you have a choice. So you can either look for a company you work for, it's either for money, you work for that company, either you find a as a self-employed. If you work for a company for salary, that's an employee. So if you find anything to do, you can make money. Alright? So instead of sitting to complain, there is no money, there is no food, there is no this. I cannot survive. Surviving is very, very easy nowadays. Anywhere you are in the world, if you just find something to do, even the Bible said, he who does not work, let him not eat. So if you can find something to do, you can survive. And the relationship you have, the company that you work for, they pay you money, that relationship is called transactional. Say your name about transactional. The only thing they owe you is money, and what you need to do to them, for them, is the services. You need to be able to be there early in the morning, and you close when they ask you to close. You do all the work they ask you to do. Is that right? Then there is another, this one is called survival. Say your name about survival. So this one you do need to survive. But today we can understand that we don't just come to this earth to survive, right? We came here to create significance. We came here to build a legacy. We came here to build an impact, right? So after this survival, I recommend that all of us, first of all, go for success. So another relationship is the one you have with your mastermind mentor. A mastermind, this is where they are teaching you how to become successful. You have a mentor, belong to a community that they talk about life, a community that they talk about growth. You know, get someone to teach you to do whatever you do, because success is duplicable. Say your name, success is duplicable. Of course. So this kind of relationship, this one is called transactional, and this one that you have here is called transformational. Say your name, transformational. Transformational. So this one is to transfer your life, so that in turn you can transfer other people's life. So this is the kind of relationship you are looking towards here. This is the kind of relationship you are building here, so that tomorrow, as they have transformed my life, am I transforming another person's life? Of course. So that is what we are looking at today. So tell your neighbor, pray for success rather than survival. If you survive, the chances are you may die. What did I say? So let's try for the big one. In this one you have this. And when you are transformed, you can do transactional. But when you just do transactional, there is a pit that is lying in between, because you are not transformed. The same you of yesterday is the same you of today. That is why if someone just leave a job right now, the person has been working, let's say 20 years, 30 years, 60 years. When the person leaves that company that he was working, he get back to his house. He just start all over again. Because the work he was doing, just like my dad, the work he was doing was not his own. So he was just being there as a pawn in the system that someone that has authority has built. So my father was just there to work as an employee, so he makes the money and he takes care of himself. So he was living. That's why you ask poor man, what do you do for a living? It's only a poor man that you ask that. So you don't ask a rich man, what do you do for a living? It's not like poor. They look at you and say, what do you mean? No. You ask me about my companies, ask me about my foundations. They were very powerful. Today we are going to look at the road to unlimited money. The road to unlimited. I don't know why this my body shaking today. The body has gotten anointing and healing. The road to unlimited money. How many people love to walk this road? Would you love to enter this road today? You love it? Okay. Are we set to start? Tell your neighbor, let's go into the business of the day. Okay, now write this down. There is no limitation of money. Not in any way. There is no limitation of money in the world, but limitation of value. There is no limitation of money in the world, but limitation of value. Of course, we always know this. Now, with that money you are looking for, this is where the money is. When you learn, you have knowledge, right? Whatever you learn tailoring skills, you learn how to bath someone's hair, you learn how to drive keke, whatever skill you learn a millionaire skill. So when you learn, you have knowledge. When you have knowledge, what else? You can't get value without studies. It's either you are studying how to become rich or you are studying how to work for the rich. There is nobody on earth who ever produces value without learning, without knowledge. There is nobody with knowledge that has not learned. Are we together? So you can get this down. That learning is the foundation to wealth creation. Write that down. Learning is the foundation to wealth creation. You can always learn yourself into anything. Whatever we have today in our lives, we learn these things, either consciously or unconsciously, we learn it. I give an example. There was, when my sister was giving birth to a baby, a seven son. So the first son was about 3 years. So I went to give them a visit over the weekend. And according to my routine, every 4 o'clock I have to wake up, do my normal workout, I have to read 1 hour, and then I have to practice some mindfulness, maybe 30 minutes to 1 hour. So I have to do it. And you know, children naturally they wake up by 3 or 4. Kids, they wake up very early. So they came out to the earth with this natural inherent of God. Nobody is born poor, you are born human. Tell your neighbor, nobody is born poor. You are born human. So whatever you are today, you learned it. So if you are born into the house of a wealthy person, whatever you observe, your brain will automate it from before. So as this child, he watches me the first day, I wake up, I do my push-ups, I wake up, I do my workout, the child was watching me. Guess what, that is didn't do anything. The second day, I woke up by 4, the child woke up a few minutes after 4. When he reached that point, I did work out the other day, I was doing, and the child was doing like this. Human beings are carriers of thought. We are vectors, we carry things. Anything your eye sees, pictures it. That's why your eye is very powerful. You see a rich man, he wants to keep his children from poor people because he doesn't want him or her to observe what the poor people are doing. Whatever you see, you manifest. Say it again. You can't achieve a nameless or a formless goal. Whatever you can imagine, you can't get it. Let's travel this back. So we said that there is no limitation of money in the world, but limitation of what? I'll give you another example. Let's say I was born in the house that every time they are talking about bringing new things. You say this, someone bring this. In as much as your finger, your hand, cannot unlock my fingerprint, so does my hand cannot unlock a fingerprint. So, in as much as what I created, I didn't bring it out of your mind. There is something inside every of us that we can bring into the head that has never been. You were born naked but not empty. If the person that produced a car understands that this car on the way might have problems, so you put a spare tire, you put some accessories, you put jack in the car, right? Am I correct? So that anytime you have some challenges, anytime you want to perform some staunch in the car, you know that everything has been fixed. And I ask a question: how foolish can God be not to put everything we need in us? If the owner of the car doesn't want to stress you with this car, he wants you to enjoy the most and the best version of this car, what about God that created us? Tell your neighbor, you have to discover yourself. Alright. So in as much as someone is out, the person that is bringing this out, are we still using it in the air today? Okay. So since we are still using this marker, will there be a limitation of marker? Will there be a limited number of people needing marker? Because every day, humans are coming to the awareness that learning is their superpower. Say it again. Learning is a human superpower. So in as much as learning is concerned, very soon, in every household we have in the world today, you have parents who become teachers. As it is written in the Bible, train up a child in the way he should. Thank you. And then, the next one is, you don't have issues with money, but with what brings money. Believe what I'm telling you. You don't have issues with money. You don't have issues with money. You only have issues with what brings money. Today, you can just wake up and you have the idea. Now, if you have this idea, if you were trained about success, you understand that inside that idea, there are what you need, something like persistence, courage, determination. That sometimes they won't dream to scale you. But the work would have been ended if it were run by people who say it cannot be done. So are you going to tell me that the person that brought this marker, that idea did not scale him? So there's some part of you, the loser in you will say, how are you sure this will work? I'm not sure. Forget it. So if you have been trained about success, you know some features, you know some advantage, you know some brothers and sisters that come with success. Okay? So you'll be able to pass through the process. Any success that you did not pass through the process, you can never sustain such success. You can write it down. Any success that you have never passed through the process, you will never be able to sustain the success. Because the wisdom to sustain the success in the process of the success. Person will never give birth before don't know how painful it is to give birth to a child. That's why if you succeed in one thing, it will be easy for you to succeed in other things. Where do you need me? Where did you stop? Any success you